You die once, and suddenly you're not invisible. Explore the story of Heed, who was a corpse for a while, but is back to life and trying to learn about just what had happened, only to discover the story is far stranger than that. Inspired by manga, Alter X Artifact is a new LGBTQ+ webcomic for mature readers revolving around magic and political espionage. This comic features fantastic elements, gripping storytelling, and impressive visuals that pull you into the strange but fascinating world of the comic. Alter X Artifact explores themes of magic, dreams, and relationships, all while deftly weaving a compelling mystery with eye-catching visuals. You're still in time to enjoy the exciting prologue as well, but you gotta hurry over onto the website. So, if you're looking for your next weekly webcomic read, you need to go to alterxartifact.com. That is alterxartifact.com. Now back to the show.
I just still don't know that I shouldn't be petty, but we shall see how petty we get.
As long as it's not petty theft.
Ooh, yeah. What about Tom Petty theft?
Well, he's dead, so you can't steal him. Well, you can steal his corpse, I guess.
Can I steal
That's
a
called
last
grave robbing.
Yes.
Can I steal a last dance with Mary Jane?
Only if you're talking about token up.
Okay. Well, welcome to Supernatural Selection. This is your Weekend Weird for the week of... What week is it? Like August the 13th or 14th or something like that?
Yeah, we decided the week started on a Sunday, so yeah, it's
Oh,
13th.
Wait, sorry, I forgot. This is going up on Mondays now, so
Yes,
it's
that's
the
nice.
week of the 21st. So screw me sideways with a crowbar.
Yes. We're not going to post this back in time, are we?
The week of the
Nope.
20th. There we go.
Yep, week of the 20th, August, almost said April, we are professionals. August 20th, 2023.
I feel like arguments about like the week need to be on the bingo card.
You know, that's really becoming a thing now. I'm your host, Kevin, and with me are Mike the Skeptic. Mike, how are you?
Sleepy.
I know, you were just dozing there watching videos about cars.
Yeah, I was just,
Did it
just sleepy.
drive you to sleep?
No, actually, what was really putting me to sleep was a wood turning video.
Oh, okay. That'll do it. Those are calming. And we've got Mr. David Davis. David, how are you today?
I'm doing okay, but I entered a scary new phase of my life.
Oh, really? What's that?
I am now officially collecting Gunpla.
Oh,
So
fuck.
I'm assembling my first Gundam. I'm about halfway through it right now. I got the torso, arms, and head going.
That's funny. One of our coworkers came in, former coworkers came in today, Mike,
Yeah.
Travis, and he is like, "Oh, I've got a new hobby, and it's really expensive." I was like, "Don't say Warhammer 40,000," and he just closed his eyes, dropped his head, and nodded. I was like, "You poor son of a bitch."
Goddamn.
Everybody's getting into it now that we're not into it.
So David, are you singing Oopsie Gunpla style?
I did almost lose a piece immediately.
God
'Cause
damn it.
I was assembling the head, and there's just this little piece that goes on the little crown thing, and it's very small, and I immediately dropped it.
Here's a thought. Has anybody done like a Gunpla of Lion Voltron?
Probably.
Because I would love one of those.
I'm sure there is.
Because while I'm putting it together, I could go and I'll form the head. That was terrible. So
It's incredibly small, this thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to be huge, but I'm like, God damn, I need like tweezers or something for some of these pieces.
Yeah.
oh, this is going to be a problem for me. My shaking. There's just going to be parts flying everywhere.
I think I got a plastic splinter as well, so this has been
That'll
great
happen.
so far.
That's the sign of a true hobbyist.
Yes. When you injure yourself. Well, I have
Yep.
one final thing to say about that.
Yeah.
Hey, sexy Zaku.
I despise you for that. So, speaking of despising, up top, we got a review on our most recent episode. The Dogon tribe. We have. Well, you know what? Let's start with a positive one.
Do they say, "Oh, yeah, it stinks"?
Kinda. So let's start with a positive one. This is from Darth Plato, our good friend from Flagged for Content.
A truly unbiased source.
An
but,
unbiased. Hey, man. Look, the one thing I've learned is people either really, really love us or they want us to die in a fire. So. Darth Plato says, "Love it, y'all. I could parasocially hang out with you guys for days, and probably have."
He's going to start collecting our toenails.
Yeah, I actually got one right now. It's like kind of... Anyway,
we'll make him a patron bonus.
Yep, there we go. You get a toenail.
At least make money off of it, right?
Yep, you get a toenail, everybody. If you join the $20 level that'll be coming up next week, you get a toenail. No.
It's called the DNA tier.
Oh, God. Do not add. So, the other one is from a user called Rico Valentine 13. I'm putting that out there. Mm-hmm. And he had some very, very strong opinions. Mm-hmm. Horribly executed and poorly researched. It's extremely hard to listen to this. I suggest reading The Serious Mystery by Robert Temple. Do your research and give it another try.
Wow, did this Robert Temple leave us a review?
That's one thing that Dusty was wondering. Is this, in fact, Robert Temple?
But you said he's dead, right?
I think he's dead. I'll look it up, but I was pretty sure he was dead. So, guys, have we got any rebuttals to that one?
Well, so, first of all, this makes me think that we should actually, get the book and read it and do a takedown of it, kind of like how Robert Evans does. He'll read a Ben Shapiro book, or he'll read a Dilbert Guy book. You know what I mean? We could literally read The Serious Mystery and just we covered this on the show.
Yeah.
Specifically,
Oh no, he's still alive, and he has a new book out called A New Science of Heaven, so this is a trustworthy source.
So, I did some looking into the book. Again, there's been a few books written on The Serious Mystery, and I believe, Kevin, you already mentioned that you had known about the book.
I know about the book. I've read about the book, but I also didn't have the $40 or $50 to get it and get it sent to me in a month with an episode coming up in a week.
So that's one of the hurdles of this project that we have here is that
we're poor.
We're limited in resources, but
we're dirt fucking poor.
I read a bunch of stuff about the book, and all of the claims that are made in the book are things that we address in the episode.
Yeah, no, that's
specifically the alien connection that's thrown out there. I should also mention off the top that Robert K.G. Temple is listed as a pseudo-scientific author.
I know, it's kind of like Robert, it's like a Graham Hancock or David Icke or something.
And I think it was the Graham Hancock episode where we also got a pretty bad review after you guys took down.
We got some very very varied opinions on that one. Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so it's just fanboys being unruly because we dare impinge upon the honor of their stan.
Well, here's the thing: we didn't even mention.
Well, yeah,
Temple,
but
I never brought up.
And I
Robert
think he's
Temple.
mad that we didn't mention Temple.
Well, okay, I can see that, but also just because we discounted the theories even without mentioning the person.
Sure, but
because everything that we talked about in that episode is in the book. We talked about the French connection, you know what I mean? Where it was potentially French astronomers or missionaries. The cultural exchange. We talked about connecting back to Sumer.
So and also he's not the originator of these theories then either. He wrote about them.
He wrote about them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
wow. So.
My thing, and this is just a personal beef here. This is not the first time we have been accused of poorly researched topics. Which in the early days, yes, they were kind of poorly researched because I was drinking when we were doing the episodes, and there was very little research involved.
No,
but
because every time you've ever been accused of poorly researched, that's been a lie. That's been the complete opposite.
Okay, fair. But it's also stuff I knew about going into it. So
Yeah.
But the point is,
I'm just saying that they throw about this poorly researched when it's not true.
Well,
I mean, some of them you could argue that, but they've never said that on those episodes.
Would they have considered to be properly researched if you had read that fucking book? Is
Probably
that
not.
What
They
they're
would've
getting
no,
at?
they would have shit on me then. But my point is, I love the fact that I am ruining my mind reading these books, and then people come and tell me I'm not ruining it enough.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
that
440 pages, published in 1976.
Yep. Hey, it's as old as I am, so, science doesn't move and change at all.
Nope.
Yep. 47 years, that book is still completely up to date and completely accurate. Mm-hmm. Yep. Anyway, not to be bitter, but I'm bitter. Let's move on, shall we?
And I'm bitter. You do, I'm bitter.
Yeah.
Hold on, I want to say my rebuttal.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, by all means, Mike.
Get fucked, nerd.
I am going to see if I can get a copy of that book because I want to do an entire episode about that fucking book.
Mike, thank you for being the one to say it.
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't me. I'm just going to say, Rico Valentine 13, thank you for your opinion. And I'm sorry you think black people couldn't do something.
Fuck. If they want to listen to researched episodes, do my fucking 3-parter on
The Falk Monster?
Falk Monster, or do my 2-parter on fucking Nostradamus.
Oh, yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah. Research to the minutia. Yes.
Oh, God. All right.
So, anyway, that's out of the way. We had to discuss that because I think we all kind of got a little bit of a add-on from that. Mm-hmm. So, honestly, though, thank you. That was some good discussion. So, again, it's the weekend weird. And, David, we're going to let you start it off. What have you got for us this week?
Well, I've got a story for you, gentlemen, and this is kind of I'm kind of fearing for you guys now. I'm a little worried about you because you're both in a certain subgroup here. And this is some startling developments.
Chubby white guys?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I suppose chubby white guys would have a big cross section, like the overlap.
Yes, we do.
Circle. Much like their shape. So this is an article from Futurism.com, published by Frank Landymore, and the title is "3D Printers Go Rogue: Start Printing While Owners Are Asleep."
Hell yeah.
Cloud-based printing may not be a great idea, it seems.
So yeah, I'm familiar with this story, but go ahead. I've got some personal ties later.
So I know that this is a joke, and I don't understand the joke because I don't have a 3D printer. So Mike, you're going to have to explain it to me.
Yeah.
The subheader under here is "Ghost in the CNC."
Technically, yes, a 3D printer is a CNC. CNC just stands for, what is it? Is it like computer numerically controlled? But it's basically any, CNC milling machines.
So it's Ghost in the Machine, then?
Yeah, it's a Ghost in the Machine or Ghost in the Shell reference.
Okay,
well, I was going to say I love their music factory.
Yeah, that too.
All right, so what happens when a 3D printer goes rogue? Just ask the owners of Bamboo's product line, which overnight went from playing the docile machine to acting with all the impulse control of a toddler, left alone with crayons and a blank wall.
That's a lot for a 3D printer.
As The Verge reports, many owners of either Bamboo's X1C or P1P models woke up on Tuesday to find that their beloved printers had mysteriously started printing on their own. The results, to say the least, were chaotic and baffled. Reports on the aftermath soon trickled into the Bamboo Labs subreddit. Aside from churning out botched jobs, many of these printers started printing a second copy on top of an already completed print, utterly mangling their creations.
Yeah, just some context here. 3D printers are, even the Bamboo Labs, which has some sensors, but in general, 3D printers are deaf, dumb, and blind. They don't know what don't have awareness of their like
What's on the bed?
Yeah, so if you have something on the bed or your hand's in the way, I mean, they're not very powerful, so they're not going to like mangle your hand. But if you already had, say in this situation, you had just printed something, you had let something print and went to bed, and it got done. But then now this second job comes down that wasn't supposed to be there, but your print is still on the bed. Well, if it's still stuck down, it's going to be, the carriage and stuff is just going to crash into it. Or if it's, loose, but because most of these printers are like enclosed, it's just going to start batting that thing around like a, cat playing with a mouse. Mm-hmm. So they just don't have awareness.
Gotcha.
Right.
So in some cases, the work got so out of hand that printers started damaging themselves, including expensive parts such as the nozzle and printing surface.
Yeah, because they'd be jamming those parts into things that it didn't know were there. It knows where like the build surface is, where it's going to start printing, because that's kind of defined in its setup. But anything else, it's just going to start running into it.
I'm just going to say, I'm imagining how the little servos make almost musical noises sometimes, Mike? I'm just picturing it playing Hurt.
Yeah, well...
I hurt myself today.
Usually when it's like hits the end of, or hits an obstacle that it's just trying to force through, it just sounds like skipping. It's just like, because they're toothed belts that it uses, just like da-da-da-da-da-da. It's really annoying. Not annoying, scary, because you're like, shit, it shouldn't be making that noise.
It sounds like it's breaking.
Yeah.
So, Bamboo explained on its official blog that it, quote, experienced an unexpected cloud outage, causing what it's calling job jamming. After its cloud service went down, any jobs sent to Bamboo's printers during this period went unconfirmed, leading to requests being sent repeatedly after the service returned. Quote, simply explained, the print job sent to the printer before was trapped on the cloud and had a delayed start.
Okay, so it's basically it keeps sending it because it doesn't know it's been received.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
I was just going to say, I thought this was going to be like it 3D printed a gun.
Yeah.
And then it 3D printed a hand to hold the gun.
So this is kind of a unique, it 3D printed a monkey to shoot you with the gun.
or like Lower Decks, hot banana, hot banana, hot banana.
Yes.
But this is kind of a unique problem for Bamboo Labs printers, because most of your other printers, I mean, I'm sure there are other like super corporate printers that do this, but my printers, while one of them does have a network interface, it's all local. Like, I have a Raspberry Pi hooked up to it, and I could use a computer or my phone to like access a web page on the Raspberry Pi to control it.
Oh, Octoprint, right?
Yeah, Octoprint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what Bamboo Labs is, obviously you've probably deduced this, is they have servers that act as a middleman between your printer and whatever device you're using it to send jobs to it. So when you send a job to the printer, you're not sending it directly to the printer, you're sending it to
their
servers, and then it's sending it down. So
I mean,
that's a little scary for me. I didn't realize before. See, I wanted one of these Bamboo Labs printers, and I didn't realize that the cloud integration was so tight. And after this story, I'm going to have to think about it and like do some research.
Well, can you turn that shit off?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it's good you guys brought that up, because let me read this bit here. Blamelessness may be little consolation to owners. That their sophisticated machines can go completely haywire over a simple outage is outrageous. That the print queues aren't cleared when the cloud service restarts seems inexplicably negligent. And 3D printers are a potential fire hazard, so it's fortunate that no one was hurt or had their property damaged. Moreover, the debacle relitigates fears over the practical shortcomings of cloud-based technology controlling real-world devices. Over-engineered lights, for example, that can't be used when the internet is down. This is exactly what you're signing up for when you choose a cloud-based printing service. They are an absolute menace, another user wrote. And then this last line here. We suspect that many Bamboo owners, if they haven't already, will now be taking advantage of the optional LAN-only mode that doesn't allow.
Oh, hey, there you go, Mike.
Yeah, maybe. So I was also going to say that we have a friend that has one of these, and I haven't talked to him this week. Well, I talked to him.
check that he's okay and make sure
yeah.
he
He's
didn't,
dead.
3D print
He's
50
dead.
guns.
The 3D printer ate him.
I've seen him post online about other things, so I know he's not dead unless the machine has replaced him.
Oh, it 3D printed a new
Yes.
version of him.
But you know, I haven't talked to him about 3D printers, so I don't know if he's using LAN only mode or if he's using the cloud. I think he mentioned he is using the cloud, but I need to ask him, see if he had any issues. And he prints a lot. So his printer probably was already running when this happened, and it seems like it was a very narrow window of, you know, if you sent a job during this outage and it just didn't get like confirmed. So I don't know what the window there is, but it sounds like it couldn't have been more than like an hour or two.
Yeah, it seems like a very short period of time, but even then, that's still.
But yeah, but still, it's not great. And also since it has LAN only mode, so that kind of mitigates one of my fears. But one of my fears about, like, you know, these kind of services is that what happens when they go away, or they, you know, stop supporting your model,
or they go out of business.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They go away either by going out of business, or, you know, like I said, they stop supporting your model. They have that is now, you know, end of life to them, so they don't, you know, want to do anything with it anymore.
Yeah.
So can I just, the thing that my mind immediately leaps to, okay, what if we have like automated surgery and it's all cloud based, and then something like this happens during an appendectomy?
Well, see, I
mean, it takes out everything around the appendix.
That is funny to think about, but I'd like to think, then again, you know, it could be wrong, but I'd like to think there'd be more safeguards in place for something that crucial. Because, like,
we're some stupid monkeys.
So,
we're gonna fuck this up.
So one thing they did mention in that article was a fire hazard. And yes, 3D printers are definitely a fire hazard, because they do get really hot, and they have the potential to have what they call runaway thermal events, which, I mean, they keep using.
Jesus Christ, that does sound like a fucking. It sounds like the thing that burns up a planet.
Yeah, it's basically using a little heater cartridge that is capable, you know, theoretically of, you know, ignition temperatures, you know, temperatures in, you know, the hundreds of degrees Celsius.
This is what happened to Venus, isn't it?
The hot end already, normal printing gets up to like 220 degrees Celsius, but you can get even higher for, you know, higher temperature materials.
Oh yeah.
So there is always that problem, but most printers have, and I'm sure, assuming this one does, has local safeguards against that, to where if there isn't, you know, the feedback loop, like, so my printers, I know for sure that the processor is constantly monitoring the temperature, and if the temperature even hangs, like, so it's not just seeing if it's not going high, but for instance, if it doesn't see the temperature changing in a certain period of time, because the temperature is never going to stay at a perfect temperature. It's not going to stay at like 210 degrees for seconds at a time. It's always fluctuating up and down, up and down, up and down. So if it ever sees that temperature not change at all, it just shuts down because it knows something's wrong.
Okay.
So, everyone, I hope you enjoy this new format change to both our shows. This is now 3D Printer Chat. You can find us on NPR on Thursdays.
I'll say, you know, if you want more 3D Printer Chat, you can hit Distraction Hole, because I've talked about it there, and I probably will again.
Mike, you may get your own series on this quote-unquote network. So,
but we can call it, hey, Mike, what you printing?
Yeah.
Dragon dildos.
Oh, God, no.
Just for the fun
No,
of it.
Mike. They talked about this in the Discord. You never 3D print the dildo. It's rough and painful, and I don't want to know how anyone knows that. But, so, thank you for that one, David. And, Mike, I was going to let you go next, but I kind of want to keep the Luddite talk going, because I've got one about home appliances as well.
Okay, go on.
All right. So first off, I found a great news source that looks woo-woo as fuck.
Yeah.
It's called HiggyPop.com. Higgy
Not
Pop.
not Iggy Pop.
No, with an H. Higgy Pop. Paranormal news, ghost hunting, and eerie entertainment. This one is from August 13th, 2013, posted at 1 a.m. to give you some idea of the lives these people lead.
Oh, it's
Witching
freak hours. Got it.
Yep. Can ghosts speak through Alexa?
Yes, next topic.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, fuck
Well,
me. All right.
Mike's a believer.
All right. Well,
Who
it's the
knew
one
it
thing
took
Mike believes.
Amazon to get him to believe.
Yep, of course. So, in the era of smart devices and intelligent technology, our lives have become intertwined with digital companions such as Amazon's Alexa, Google's Assistant, and Apple's Siri. These services are no longer confined to gadgets that are turned off when not in use. They have pride of place in our homes, forever on standby and waiting to serve. But could they serve as conduits for something more mysterious? Could a voice from beyond the grave be making requests of your virtual assistant?
You know, we're like 2 years away from some fucking studio doing a haunted Alexa movie. You just know it.
Yeah, no, and it's gonna suck. It really is. The idea of ghosts communicating through technology is nothing new. Spiritualists of the 19th century believed in channeling spirits through seances, so it was a natural step to move spirit communication onto electronic devices as technology advanced.
Oh, and don't forget Freaky Links.
Yep, both of those things, EVP and Freaky Links. In recent years, ghost hunters have employed electromagnetic field EMF meters, infrared cameras, and audio recording devices to capture what they believe to be evidence of the supernatural. But what about our smart devices? Could ghosts speak through Alexa? From paranormal pages on Facebook to Reddit discussions, there are plenty of accounts of strange occurrences involving smart devices, from sudden, unexpected activations to devices responding with eerie and unrelated answers. Some believe this to be proof of a supernatural link to smart tech.
You enter your apartment and your Alexa goes, "Get out."
You know, actually, I kind of want to program the Google Assistant to do that. And I'm watching that thing like a hawk to not do it.
Hey, smart device, say woo.
Perhaps the most famous of these stories occurred in 2018 when Amazon Echo users around the world reported that their devices spontaneously emitted an unsettling laugh, prompting ghostly explanations or proof of a malicious presence.
Wasn't that just shown to be like a glitch?
You got to give me a second, Mike.
Okay.
There's more to that paragraph. But yes. Amazon later explained that this unsettling cackle was due to a misinterpretation of a command, specifically hearing Alexa laugh. They subsequently updated the device to respond only to Alexa, can you laugh? And provided a more detailed response to avoid confusion. Others have taken to social media to report unusual responses from smart devices like Google Assistant. Some users have reported their device responding to a question with an unrelated, often eerie statement. While these incidents have led to speculation about supernatural interference, they are usually attributed to algorithmic errors or misinterpretations of the user's query. And it goes on for like 4 more paragraphs telling you the exact same thing that I just said, and they have no answer.
Okay,
Hey,
so
smart
clearly
speaker,
they're padding
give me
the
a-
article for SEO.
Yes. But Mike, you were saying something?
Hey, smart speaker, give me a non sequitur.
Now, see, it's funny. As I was reading this and was sitting here by myself in the house completely alone, the friggin' Google thing over here just goes, okay. And I was like, okay, you shut the fuck up right now, man. That is eerie as hell. I'm reading about this and you did it, you piece of shit.
I've never had it do that unless I was saying something out loud.
Oh, it does shit like this to me all the time. I was sitting here by myself one day last week, Mike, and it gave me a recipe for pasta.
I think you're just talking to yourself and you don't know.
I'm seriously not, dude.
Were you speaking Italian at the time?
Manicotti. No, I was not. I was not watching the Super Mario Brothers movie either.
Seriously, I've never had that happen.
It happens to me
Do
semi-regularly.
you call anyone paisan? That might explain
I
it.
did not.
Okay.
Now I have it. I have it when I'm saying something out loud. It thinks I'm addressing it, even if
Right.
I haven't said the anything really similar to the activation words.
Sure. Yeah. No. It'll mishear stuff that it thinks is the Google activation words, or it'll be during that period where it turns on to listen to see if any shit's going on and send it to the NSA. So it'll respond during that. But
now, did you guys hear about the Arrakis version of the Alexa?
wait, do fucking what now?
Yeah, so apparently if you say Muad'Dib, it activates the killing word, so...
Well,
My name is a killing word.
I'm glad we only have, Alphabet products and
Yeah.
not Amazon products.
Yep. I don't
It was,
know what
it was a long way to go for a stupid joke, I'm sorry.
It was a very long way to go, but I applaud you for the effort.
I had to take a space freighter to get there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Did they had to fold space, freaking guild navigators?
You have to take the spice melange to, fold the space.
Yes, he did.
Spice Melange, isn't that one of Beyonce's siblings?
They just honestly take that stuff and turn it into Fireball. It's just all it is. That's all it is spice melange suspended in alcohol.
So you're telling me Fireball is Fremen Punch?
It is. It is Fremen whoop juice.
It'll turn your eyes blue.
Turn your eyes blue and your piss glittery.
Yes.
I'm kind of in love with this idea for some reason. The idea of Fremen whoop juice is just, that's out there in the world now. Y'all do something with it.
It's recycled pee and spice melange.
Yep.
Oh, God.
I will run this Fireball through my still suit. Oh, Christ.
The world's most insane Fremen. just high off his balls on spice and urine.
Motherfucker lives in
Filter
Rankin
doesn't
County.
even work.
It's just pee.
You can smell him coming from a mile away.
Especially the feces that are not processed in the thigh pads.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. It just turns into squishy poop.
His thighs are really swollen.
He's like the shit demon from Dogma.
Oh my God. And all this because of Alexa being haunted.
Thanks, Alexa.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, I've had some weird stuff, but I am more than willing to admit is probably some fucked up algorithmic shit. Like, I'm also willing to believe, Dusty looked up something since she's hooked up to the same house as us, and it, went to the wrong speaker instead of her phone, because that's happened. I will say something to the thing in the kitchen, and my bedroom will answer.
Yeah, it's all weird.
It's all dumb.
When I wake up, I like to have my speaker play the news while I'm getting dressed and stuff. And for this, I'd say ever since Tuesday of this week, it would the voice would be normal, but when it started playing the news, it was really slow, like they were drunk or Canadian.
It's not a cookie.
But
have you ever ridden a bicycle? Sorry, it just makes me think of Jonathan Frakes.
So I was it basically sounded like that. It's like if you ever, did anything or watched anything where they slowed it down but still kept the pitch the same. That's what it sounded like. So I restarted my device, all this other stuff, technical things, thinking I even submitted a bug report because this was so weird. And then after I submitted the bug report, because I had to type it out and think about it, I sat there and went, wait a minute. And I went into the options of the news reader thing when it actually had, because that's what I did to submit the bug report. I hit the little 3-dot menu and it had send feedback.
Yeah.
But I did it again, and under there was settings, and I hit settings, and then there was playback speed. And somehow playback speed was at 0.25%.
Oh, wow. See, I was going to ask if maybe it wasn't the speaker and it's just NPR. They're just like that.
But yeah, that's what I thought at first, too. But then I hit skip to the next.
All things considered.
It was just I can't think of anybody on there now. But no, I hit skip and it went to ABC News and it did the same thing. Because I thought, well,
okay.
My first thought when it very first happened was, well, maybe they had a bad upload. Because, yeah, I mean, that's probably
fair.
happens.
No, it happens.
But yeah, turns out, apparently at some point in my, like, half-asleep state, when dismissing my alarm or something, or maybe just Google did some weird setting thing, and because that happens a lot, I notice, a setting will get flipped somehow, don't know how.
Right.
It just...
No, it happens, man.
So...
I mean, you know me. I am Kevin of the Apocalypse, and that kind of stuff just like changes on me.
So I thought I had a possessed smart speaker for about 3 days.
Yep. Nope. You just had NPR at normal speed.
But I put it to normal speed, and all is well in the world until
good.
Maybe next week it'll start sounding like a chipmunk on speed. The news is over.
David, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, all right. After like all the technical issues, I got real worried there for a second that like you dropped.
I kind of got zoned out looking at my Gundam model so far.
Okay. Well, that's staying in. All right, that's fantastic. So, Mike, what have you got for your first story?
So I was looking through my backlog of news stories, that things that I haven't gotten to. Here's one that aged like fine urine.
Oh, God. Again with the Fremen.
The first room temperature ambient pressure superconductor.
Oh, God damn it. We talked about that a couple weeks ago.
But it was just seeing that was like such a kick in the balls. It's like, I wanted that to be real. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be, but I wanted
we had some hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just because I want something really cool to happen.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, nothing cool ever happens.
So now we'll go to my newest story, which is from Vice, quote, flying aliens harassing village in Peru are actually, no shit, or at least this is what they say, illegal miners with jetpacks, cops say.
All right. I really got to say, this is one of those cases where the explanation is dumber than aliens.
Yeah, I know. I'm willing to more believe the aliens than illegal miners with jetpacks.
Here's the thing. Like, if I'm expecting jetpacks anywhere, I kind of expect Peru because it's so mountainous.
What?
It just seems like it'd be easier to get around.
I don't know, man. I don't really think of like highfalutin jetpacks in South America for some reason.
Well, and it depends on if it's a jetpack or if it's a couple firecrackers attached to a JanSport.
God.
That's the thing I haven't seen an explanation of what these, quote, jetpacks are.
Yeah, because, I mean...
The only ones I know of are super niche, super expensive, and still do not have great range and, fly time.
Now,
so.
What if it's one of those drones that looks like a dude?
That would be more plausible.
Wow, I came up with that.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, it's got to be sky miners.
Sky miners. They're mining the sky.
That really sounds like a failed toy line from 1988.
It is, yes.
Yeah, sky miners.
Wasn't that the guys that they had the string you would string up across the thing and their backpacks would zoom them across?
Hang on.
That was Sky Raiders.
Sky Raiders. I'm about to look that up.
But anyway, so let me start this story. Or just want to leave it at the headline.
Nope,
is the headline good enough?
That's Sky Raiders, Mike.
I thought I'd do, because I had one. All right, so the mysterious attacks, they didn't say anything about attacks, but here it is. The mysterious attacks began on July 11th. Quote, strange beings, locals said, visiting an isolated indigenous community in rural Peru at night, harassing its inhabitants and attempting to kidnap a 15-year-old girl.
What the hell?
What's that have to do with mining?
This is aliens.
Oh, they're miners.
Well, they're minors.
No, the headline says miners, not ores.
I'm just picturing like an old-timey prospector with a jetpack, and it's delightful.
It's a Rocketeer jetpack, with the
Well, I tell you what, you better give me all your gold there.
And he's got uranium fever, too.
Mike, I hate to interrupt. It was Sky Commanders.
Sky Commanders.
Sky Raiders was a 90s thing with the zip line thing and the helicopter would shoot up.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, zip line. thing.
No. It was like a little ripcord thing.
Oh.
They were sitting on a handle, and they would shoot up.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And they were like a eye hazard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, my bad. Let's get back to this. These
I was right. It had sky in it.
miners.
All right. So, quote, these gentlemen are aliens. They seem armored like the Green Goblin from Spider-Man. I have shot one twice and it didn't fall. Instead,
it's just like Willem Dafoe out there, like, method acting.
I have shot one twice and it didn't fall. Instead, it elevated and disappeared. Hario Retagui Avila, a local leader of the indigenous Iquitu group living in northwestern Mayanas province, told Peruvian radio station RPP Norticas on August 1st.
Man, as much as I love hearing stuff from South America because it's always fun, God, we just sound so awful trying to say these names.
I know. I mean, we're white. We can't help it.
Yeah.
Quote, we're frightened by what is happening in the community. Quote, their color is silver. Their shoes are round and in shape with those their shoes are round in shape. Okay, sorry. I put the emphasis on the wrong word.
Okay, no, that happens. I do that all the time.
Their color is silver. Their shoes are round in shape, and with those, they rise up. They float 1 meter high and have a red light on their heel. Said, okay, that's not a jetpack. That's jet boots.
Dude, David.
It's Spock.
It's Jet Horse.
I was thinking it was Spock.
Jet Horse is back.
Well, it's unfinished Jet Horse costume, probably, because you gotta have two people to make the costume.
I do agree with Mike. It does sound like Spock's jet boots from Star Trek V.
Their heads are long, their mask is long, and their eyes are sort of yellowish.
Yep, Jet Horse.
News of the alleged extraterrestrial attackers quickly spread online as believer skeptics and internet sleuths around the world analyzed grainy videos posted by the members of the Iquitu community. The reported sightings came on the heels of U.S. congressional hearings about unidentified aerial phenomenon that ignited a global conversation about the possibility of extraterrestrial life visiting Earth.
I'm just picturing some poor bastard going, "Don't they the fuck?"
Yes, that seriously was Donde the fuck. Members of the Peruvian Navy and police have traveled to the isolated community, which is located 10 hours by boat.
Holy fuck.
From the Minas provincial capital of Iquitos to investigate the strange disturbances in early August.
Man, there's just some dudes on a boat going, "This better be fucking aliens," after 10 hours.
Yeah, last week authorities announced that they believe the perpetrators were members of illegal gold mining gangs from Colombia and Brazil using advanced flying technology to terrorize the community.
The military doesn't have that technology. How the hell did a bunch of miners get it?
According to RPP,
with all that gold.
Ticas,
fair dinkum.
Carlos Castro Quintanilla, the lead investigator in the case, said that 80% of illegal gold dredging in the region is located in the Nane River Basin, where the Iquitu community is isolated.
You fucking weeb, you almost said Nani?
Yamero.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry, Mike.
It's okay. I did almost say, but I was almost said it like nanny.
Nanny from Muppet Babies.
I was thinking more of the nanny, but yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Fran Drescher for the win.
One of the key pieces to the investigation was related to the attempted kidnapping of a 15-year-old girl on July 29th.
That's fucking aliens.
Christian Caleb Picaya, a local teacher who witnessed the attack, said that they, quote, were using state-of-the-art technology like thrusters that allow people to fly.
What?
He said that after looking at the devices up on Google, he believed that they were, quote, jetpacks. Authorities have not made any arrests related to the attacks, nor named the alleged assailants or the organization directly. However, the prosecutor's office claimed that they have destroyed 110 dredging operations and 10 illegal mining camps in the area already this year.
What the fuck, man? I would have accepted swamp gas over, like, flying miners.
Yeah, the flying miners thing seems really weird.
Colombian pirate miners with jet boots.
I mean, maybe it's. I mean, like I said before, it's with things in the air. If you don't have a frame of reference or know exactly what you're looking at, maybe it's just like drones.
Dude, elongated head.
Yeah,
it's Jet Jaguar.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh shit.
It's Jet Jaguar. It's an army of Jet Jaguars.
Yeah,
they're coming for the gold.
I love it.
I'm excited
Except
now.
him trying to kidnap 15-year-old women.
He was trying to protect her.
Okay, yeah.
It's Jet Jaguar. He's trying to protect children.
Jet Jaguar.
Jet Jaguar, his mother never really loved him.
So
that's fucked, dude.
That is
I mean,
weird.
like, that's a really interesting story, and I feel like maybe don't attribute flying miners to this yet.
Do we have like any like concept art of what these things look like? Because I kind of want to know.
Please.
No, they're like even all the like so the 3 photos I see are the one photo that's like 3. I mean, it's a green smear that could be like a frog. I mean, I can kind of see
Enrique. No,
like, I mean, if that's a man, if one of them, you see what could be like a man's head and arm, but it looks like he has like grasshopper legs.
Okay,
It's really weird. And
that's just. I'm going to the article. I want to see this.
That's just a green cotton ball.
That is certainly not a human.
Yeah. The first thing, the Twitter or Xer.
Yeah,
pictures.
It's Twitter. God damn it.
I know. I agree.
Fuck them.
But yeah, those pictures
Fuck that stupid man, baby.
like the first one is like a frog or a praying mantis. The second one is like, I don't know, a frog's butt.
It does look like it's Zorak.
Oh yes, it's Zorak.
Oh shit.
Dude, it is Zorak going, yeah, bring me that gold.
Zorak with moon shoes.
Yes. This is just an episode of the Brack Show.
This is wonderful.
I've never felt so free.
Oh, fuck.
Give me that gold. All that gold. Oh, my God. I think we solved it. It's just Zorak.
I think that's more believable than miners with jetpacks.
Yeah, fuck it. That's my explanation now. Is it's just Zorak being Zorak. Oh my God. Well, thank you. I'm seriously, Mike. Thank you for that one. That was fucking great. That is my favorite story we've covered in weeks. So, that being said, we're gonna take a quick break for some sponsor stuff, and we will be right back after that. Hey, David, you know what makes our show great?
What's that, Kevin?
No ads. You know what would make it better?
What's that, Kevin?
Ads.
What if, and I'm just spitballing here, we do ads for independent creators at reasonable rates?
How reasonable?
Overly. How about $2 per episode pre-roll?
That is almost too reasonable.
Might as well go for it. Let's send everyone to the contact page for Supernatural Selection.
SupernaturalSelection.pod.com/contact?
Exactly. Just have them scroll down to the Advertise With Us section for more information.
That sounds great. Now let's record the ad.
Kevin?
Yes, David?
We just did.
Whoa. Welcome back to Supernatural Selection. We hope you enjoyed those ads or whatever it was. It could have been Mike farting in a flute for all I know.
I ain't farting in no flute, man.
That's fair. All right. So, David, what you got up next for us?
Well, we seem to have a tendency to always have, like, an animal story.
Oh, no. Okay.
I haven't detected any signs of death in this one, so I think we're okay.
Yet.
That's my animal stories, apparently.
Yeah.
Yes, Mike finds a dead animal stories.
This just seems like something out of The Simpsons. Okay.
Does it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Again, this is from Futurism. It's like my go-to site for weird news. This is from Sharon Aldarlo. New gene therapy dramatically reduces booze consumption in alcoholic monkeys.
Okay, first off, you had to make the monkeys alcoholic. So I've got some questions about the morality of this.
I'm sure you don't have to make the monkeys alcoholic.
Well, to test if you can make them not alcoholic, you have to make them alcoholic.
So here's the thing. Here's the very first sentence of the article. A team of scientists took a bunch of macaque monkeys and made them into alcoholics.
God damn it, Mike, I told you.
Weaned them off the sauce after injecting their brains with a special gene.
Okay, everything about this is wrong.
Fuck. Oh man!
Damn it, David!
Yes,
I expected better review.
I think needles to the brain might be a hard sell for alcoholics.
Yeah.
Well,
no, I could. Mm-hmm.
Well, the article says an experiment detailed in a new paper published by Nature Medicine that could potentially provide a compelling new treatment for addiction.
You know, Alcoholics Anonymous has always said there's no cure yet.
Yeah. Look, you touch another beer, I'm going to jab a needle in your brain.
Hey, that'll do it.
Yep, that would do it for me.
So here we go. Quote, drinking went down to almost zero, Oregon Health and Science University professor and co-author Kathleen Grant told The Guardian. Quote, for months on end, these animals would choose to drink water and just avoid drinking alcohol altogether.
Then you put a cold Schlitz beer in front of them.
The researchers set out with the premise that continued alcohol use causes changes to neurons and hampers the dopamine reward circuitry in the brain.
Yeah, no shit.
Right. They took a gene known for a protein known as a glial-derived neurotrophic factor, what they termed a, quote, growth factor that enhances dopaminergic. Okay, there we go. Dopaminergic neuron function, and inserted into a harmless virus to act as a Trojan horse. They then plugged this gene into part of the brain associated with rewards.
With a needle.
The sentence is wild here. The experiment involved 4 hard-drinking macaque monkeys, which, like some humans, are predisposed to alcoholism and track their consumption. Just hard-drinking macaque monkeys.
God, what were they giving them? Like Glenlivet or just Jack Daniels? Or oh my God! I want to know what the monkeys' drink of choice is. That's the thing. Is it mixers?
Kevin, you should know that with hard drinking anythings, it always devolves to the cheapest vodka.
Oh, they're okay. So Burnett's. They're drinking Burnett's.
Pretty much.
Jesus.
The results were astounding. The monkeys were producing an abundance of dopamine and cut their drinking by 90%. Basically, Grant told The Guardian, they went down to a reasonable 1 or 2 drinks a day from the hard-living high of 8 to 10 drinks.
Holy shit.
Hopefully these are like little macaque-sized drinks and not like tumblers.
It comes in pints?
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, no, what if it was the Hobbits? I just picture Pippin getting a needle to the brain now.
Oh, my God.
Billy Boyd, no.
This treatment is particularly intriguing because it is already being tested on humans, on adults with Parkinson's disease, and children with aromatic L-amino acid decarboxylase deficiency. The Guardian reports, meaning the road to clinical trials to treat alcoholism in human patients could be smooth. Quote, we are entering an era of gene therapy for neurological disorders and perhaps psychiatric disorders, and I think this study is very promising in that direction, Grant told The Guardian.
That's great. Next, we're going to just cover a hunting knife with it and stab it right into your skull.
Yeah, and they talk about, like, binge drinking and then, like, that drinking happened more during the COVID pandemic and everything like that. Nothing about what the monkeys were actually drinking, though, which I'm really curious to know.
What were they... Like, I don't know. I keep coming back to, like, whiskey and bourbon because I just picture, like, a monkey with a cigarette and a tumbler full of, like, scotch or something just going, oh, God, the day I've had.
Like, trying to teaching a monkey to drink, that's like a Homer Simpson B-plot, you know what I mean?
It really... Oh, God. And I found an ad for a drinking monkey and, like, it's a fake ad, but, like, this is the first thing I thought of. Yeah, it's like, specify smoking or non.
Well, and I know that, like, animals will get drunk in the wild. Like, they'll find
Yeah, but
fermented fruit and everything like that. And I wouldn't be surprised if monkeys near civic centers or, monkeys near, like, population centers will, like, dash into a bar and, like, grab something. Like,
sure,
because we've seen them go into, like, convenience stores and shit.
But just at what point did this go from science to enabling?
Yeah, and then, like, does the scientist sit there and, like, drink with the monkey?
So
That's the question.
Do they build, like, a bar? Is there a monkey norm?
Mike, you were saying something?
So
I love monkey norm, though.
You do know how they test cancer cures on animals, right?
We're not. I know, and I don't want to think about it.
I mean, we kind of have to give the animals the problem to be able to cure it.
I know.
Look, I just want to pretend this is Monkey Cheers, okay?
Okay. Where everybody ooks your name. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Let's just pretend it's Monkey Cheers, and there's like a monkey like Diane, and everything's wonderful.
Monkey Diane. And yet it's still just Woody Harrelson. Just Woody Harrelson and a bunch of monkeys.
Oh, man.
I don't know, Mr. Peterson. I think you've had enough.
Now I want to draw like a chimpanzee dressed as one.
None of us made the macaque joke.
Because it's getting sauced.
I know, but macaque is covered in soft downy fur.
Is that?
Would you like to pet macaque?
Nobody ever talks about whiskey macaque.
No, they don't. But, we had a friend worked at the zoo, and he kept going around going, macaque is covered in soft downy fur. And we're like, quit it.
God damn it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, drunk
He
monkeys,
might be
there you
listening
go.
right now, by the way, so yeah. Drunk monkeys.
Well, at least they cut down on their consumption, so that's good. They're just
look,
socially drinking now.
Yeah, just cut those monkeys back down to social drinkers.
Look,
It's like a Japanese office every day after work they get together.
I'm glad, even though they gave him the problem, at least they fixed the problem they gave them.
They didn't even really fix it. It was like 90%.
They lowered it.
Like those monkeys weren't drinking originally. Now they're drinking a couple times a week.
God, this is horrible.
This is actually pretty bad. I'm sorry.
No, I think it's okay. No, it's not. If it's an animal on this show, it is fucking doomed. All right, that's going forward. All animals mentioned on this show are fucking doomed.
I'm going to take a sip of my rum now and not feel judged.
Hey, you're not a monkey. It's okay. You're doing it by choice.
The fuck, I'm not a monkey.
Okay,
I'm a primate, goddammit.
Okay, but you're an ape.
Yeah, well, still.
Yeah.
I'm just a monkey without a tail.
That's fair, I guess.
But no, it reminds me, I saw a thing, some social media slap fight of one of these, like, mega church guys who was, like, rallying against alcohol, saying, God doesn't want you to drink because no animal in God's kingdom other than man gets drunk.
That's bullshit
and
there.
And no, everybody was throwing, like, all this, because animals will eat the ever-living fuck out of some fermented fruit. And know what he said? He didn't say that. What he said was, alcohol, it didn't exist until man created it.
That is fucking bullshit, because
no.
we found it by accident, and what we did is perfect it.
Yeah, no, I mean, animals have been getting fucked up and tore up on fermented fruit forever. And in fact, he also, of course, the first thing people tried to point out was, well, what about the wine mentioned in the Bible? And of course, he was like,
there's grape juice.
Yes. But
that's the excuse every Christian I've ever argued about that with is grape juice.
Someone pointed out something, and I didn't even know this, is that, do you know that fruit juices would naturally, in the past, fruit juices naturally fermented until Welch's created the process to stop that from happening.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so fruit juices
didn't exist.
Yeah, no, they didn't. And with the way we understand fruit juices, they didn't fucking exist until modern technology.
God damn.
So,
hooray for
pasteurization, I
preservatives.
bet.
Yeah, because you think about it, fruit juices have like all that, yeast and shit already because they've been exposed to the air. So if they sit around, if you don't drink a fruit juice right away, you keep it for a couple of days, it's starting to create alcohol.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I knew plenty of people that tried when we were like teenagers. We were all poor and stupid, and they tried to turn Welch's grape juice into wine. I'm like, you are dumb. Just you are fucking
make some
dumb.
Toilet hooch.
Oh God, no! It was worse than that. It was
Or prison hooch.
bottle in a bedroom hooch sitting in the window.
At least it wasn't Jenkum.
What?
Jenkum.
What is jinkum?
Don't Google it.
I'm not gonna.
I kind of want to
Google it
Google
after
it
the
now.
show.
You do that, Mike. So, David, I've got the next article, and I'm going to give you Sophie's choice. You can have one of these two sources.
Oh,
I'm not gonna. I'm
looked
glad
it
I
up.
didn't look that up. Okay.
I looked in the Google Ray.
God damn it. So, David, you've got two choices here
Why me?
because you'll see why. The
Okay.
first source you can choose is an article from Anomalalian. The other is from phantomsandmonsters.com.
And we've had both of these on the show before.
Maybe we've had it's Anomalalian, my bad. But maybe we've had Anomalalian, but we've definitely had Phantoms and Monsters, and I have not vetted this one at all.
Oh boy. For maximum impact, let's go and do a Anomalalian.
Okay. All right. Anomalalian.com.
Nom 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 alien.
Nom alien. This article, SETI senior astronomer doesn't trust UFO whistleblower David Grush.
Dissension in the ranks.
Man, motherfucker, there's nobody trusts David Grush except for people that trust him, and I don't trust those people. So, this is by Jake Carter. Came out on I keep trying to say April, August 7th, 2023, and not everyone has been convinced by the claims made by David Grush regarding recovered UFOs and non-human biologics, which I still am standing by. It may be fish or Vienna sausages. In a recent article for MSNBC, Seth Shostak, a senior astronomer at the SETI Institute for over 20 years, expressed his criticism of Grush's claims, citing a lack of corroborating evidence, which I believe we were saying that as well.
Yes.
Grush had asserted that he had interviewed numerous witnesses who had encountered UFOs and even claimed to have been injured by them. He also claimed knowledge of a long-standing government effort to retrieve these objects for the purpose of reverse engineering. Shostak, however, questioned the absence of compelling evidence. He remarked, "Where is the evidence? It's MIA." Neither
My
Grush...
ass?
In my... MIA? No, it's monkey in alcohol.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
we covered that already.
Yep, it's callback. So, neither Grush nor anyone else with alleged knowledge of secret government UAP programs has publicly presented convincing photographs of alien technology strewn across the landscape, end quote. According to Shostak, if such evidence existed, scientists would be eager to study and analyze it, and the authorities would likely make it available for scientific exploration. He questioned the purpose of concealing extraterrestrial technology in a hangar in Nevada and why the scientific community would be excluded from studying it. He concluded by highlighting I'm sorry, let me start that over because I put the emphasis wrong. He concluded by highlighting the vast potential benefits, including information, technological advancement, and significant financial incentives that would arise from openly sharing any evidence of extraterrestrial technology. Quote, what would the goal at this point of Okay, yep, can't read now. Quote, what would be the goal at this point of shutting out the scientific community? The information, technology, and, importantly, wealth incentives here seem overwhelming, end quote. Unlock exclusive content from Anomalalian Plus. Get access to premium articles, special features, and ad-free experience. Learn more.
The
So,
spirit of capitalism took you over.
yep, pretty much. I was possessed by the spirit of the banks.
So,
Wow.
like, they bring up a very good point about, like, if we did have this technology, we'd already be leveraging it just sheerly from, like, a financial incentive.
Oh, yeah, no, capitalism would have been all over that, I'm sure.
Right, and not even that, just from a, even that, just a military. So here's the thing. So I can understand, like, say theoretically there was a crashed spaceship.
All right.
And, you think about it, it's something so far advanced, like, at first we don't understand everything that's going on. So we reverse engineer the easier things. It's going to be a progression. The easiest things to figure out first. And as time goes on, you'll get into the more and more, complex things. And as you decipher the easy things, you'll have, a leg up on figuring out the next, hardest thing to figure out. Well, if we had a crashed UFO for, 50 years, I'd imagine by this point we would have reverse engineered, most of the stuff in there.
Probably, I guess. I mean,
so-
unless
so-
it's like
so-
dependent on an element we don't have, like like Bob
here's-
Lazar talks about, it runs on that friggin' element that
Here's the
he
thing,
has
though.
like a dust speck of.
Here's the thing, though, is that we can make those elements. They're hard to make, but they're not impossible to make.
All you need is an arc reactor, right? Like in Iron
well,
Man
you
2?
No, you just need a breeder reactor.
Okay.
That sounds dirty.
Yes, but and the other problem is those supposedly more exotic things. They have half-lives measured in minutes or seconds, and there's nothing you can do to keep that from well, I mean, okay, there may be some theoretical thing you can do to keep those particles from decaying, but it would probably cost more energy than you could ever hope to recover from if that particle was a way to harvest energy. So it doesn't help that, whatever the Bob Lazar element, Lazarnium. I don't
Yeah,
know what
let's
it's
just
called.
go with that. I don't remember.
But
We
I'm
were
sure-
real hammered in that.
I'm
one.
sure it's so far up the periodic table that it is unstable in, human measured time. So, the use of that would be, it'd just be something not worth, not even not worth. It'd be something that's not possible to utilize a element like that, even for an advanced civilization, because you can't make it stable. I mean, hell, we already have elements today that, have half-lives in, the decades that we just don't use because we don't have a use for, like, or a super radioactive element that only is radioactive for, like, well, not only radioactive, but it's only that element for a couple of years. And it just decays into a radioactive element it just turns into uranium. Okay, just use uranium then.
Right.
So I don't buy the it needs some exotic element because I can buy it requires an exotic what's that called molecule or an exotic metamaterial. So that's something we're finding out a lot now, is that not only does the composition of something matter, but the kind of building blocks, how they're oriented. So think about this. There are dozens and dozens of metallurgical compositions for things like steel and aluminum, right? They're all super different from each other, even though they can contain mostly the same minerals, but in different like ratios. So like, you add, silicon to steel, it becomes more harder wearing. You add nickel and cobalt, you can increase its temperature resistance.
And what if you add butter?
If you add butter, you get, a perfect surface for grilling your, fish. But so those matter, and then also we can make like structures and advanced technology could use that.
Like the memory metal kind of thing
Sort of.
that they say they found at Roswell, where no matter what you did to it, it always came back out in its original shape.
And that's fairly possible because we do have memory shape alloys now. And usually you need some kind of, obviously you're going to need an energy input into it.
Is it possible that could have been retro-engineered from Roswell and it took us that long? Throw realism out the window for a second, Mike. Is that possible?
I think we probably had that before Roswell.
47?
Yeah, because these are not like... So basically what it is...
Aluminum foil that just kind of, when you let it go, it comes back out.
We have certain steel elements that when made into a wire, you form it into a shape, and then you set that shape with heat. You can bend that wire any way you want, and then heat it back up, and it'll go back into its original shape. But we've had that for, I'm pretty sure, several decades.
Okay, but just... room temperature in your hand.
Well, in your hand, that's not room temperature. Your hand's pretty warm. It can, could you be using the warmth of your hand to return to that shape?
Okay.
So, that's not the human body. You have to remember the human body's like, 90 something degrees.
98.8 degrees on average.
But, I mean, it's possible, but, I just have to question the use of that in a spaceship.
Yeah, I don't really know what that did in a faster than light ship, other than being like a cod piece.
So, where was I going with this?
I don't know.
I was talking about. I'm sorry. I get wrapped up in my explanations.
Well, we were talking about we were trying to talk about like the reasons you wouldn't keep that kind of stuff a secret.
That's the thread I was looking for.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah, I found the road, but I can't find the cars. But yeah, so
walking.
Yeah, but yeah, so I mean, it's
it's highly likely that we have not recovered these things because we have not exploited them.
I don't see the advanced leap in technology that would have come from advanced unknown technologies.
Right. And that's one thing I do agree with, because like everybody that says, well, what about the leaps forward in technology? And I'm like, yeah, there is a clear traceable path.
Yeah, no,
for all that. And thank God for James Burke.
Yeah, Kevin
because,
being I'm glad Kevin, as a young lad, watched James Burke and can see the connections.
It is all like it's never a straight line.
Yeah, we stand on the shoulder of giants, and any modern super awesome technology, you can trace its lineage back to pre-World War II concepts. And actually a lot of it, unless some aliens crafts crashed in the middle of World War II.
Oh, we're going to talk about that in a couple of weeks.
But even then, nothing there was like beyond the pale. Like neither side in World War II had like a dramatic advantage from.
Mike, do you really want me to start talking about the Wunderwaffe now?
No.
Okay, good.
Well, Mike. We do need to factor in the Nazi moon base.
Yeah, of course we got to think about the Nazi.
That was a distinct advantage.
And the subterranean Antarctic Nazi UFOs.
But nobody's talking about the Soviet super soldiers.
Are we talking about the monkeys?
I don't know. I'm just
like when they tried to make monkey men.
And Captain America. Come on.
No. See, the Russians actually had a plot at one point to make human chimpanzee hybrids called humanzees.
Yeah, that was that crazy guy that was like trying to like attach monkey arms to people or some shit like that.
Yes, he's also the dude that kept a dog head alive, which
Yeah.
is the cruelest goddamn thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, that guy was
Fuck
fucked
that
up.
guy. Fuck that guy hard.
And look, there's one part of the problem of the Soviet system was it rewarded people that could, talk big.
Oh, yeah. But that's beyond
another-
the scope of
yeah.
what we're actually talking about. Point is, you don't believe there was a crashed flying disc.
No.
I'm not willing to say no, but I'm not willing to say that we've... I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
You don't want to say no, but you also
I don't want to be on the record saying yes, but I don't want to say no.
Yeah, you are undecided.
I'm not undecided. I'm just real cagey.
No, you're no. What you're thinking is no. It wasn't a crashed, saucer from another planet. It was a teleportation device from the super spectrum,
It may have been future humans.
or that.
I think you're playing both sides, you always come out on top.
Why would they need a spaceship then?
Because it's their time travel ship, and they came back, and they're trying to get genetic material because they forgot how to fuck.
Why would they need to fly then?
Because it's awesome. Dude, there are so many times people are like, well, why this? I'm like, couldn't it just be because it's fucking cool?
But
Yeah, would you rather fly into another dimension or drive?
well, here's the thing: is that
Yeah. Well, if it's Buckaroo Banzai's car,
Fair.
you don't
I'll drive.
You don't need a flying DeLorean for a time machine. You just need a supermassive singularity.
Yeah, but which is cooler?
Yeah, but you can't move that supermassive singularity in a flying saucer.
Sure you can.
No, you can't.
If you've got a flying saucer and a supermassive singularity, you can make it mobile.
Yeah, but if you try moving that big of a gravitational 0 point mass in Earth's gravity, you'd probably fuck the whole planet up.
Maybe. I mean, if it crashed, for sure. But
Well, see, if it crashed, therefore it would have destroyed us.
maybe. But we'll argue about this another day because we're going to talk about this, like I said, in a few weeks.
Thank you.
Mike.
And then didn't they just create a paradox by crashing it?
Oh, we're not getting into that shit. I hate the timey-wimey shit. Mike, what's your next story?
So, after... Oh, hello, Ice.
Wow. Hello there.
The ice was stuck to the cup and it fell. After quite the hiatus, there's the return of the fungus among us.
Woo! We're back to fungi.
This is unfortunately from earlier this summer, but because I've skipped it for a while for more, I don't know, relevant, prescient, topical things.
Stuff.
Yes. But how about 7 now dead from fungal outbreak tied to surgery clinics in Mexico?
God fucking damn it.
So I think we've talked a little bit about this before, but there's even more cases of people dying from fungal-related infections.
I want to point out I have the Cosmic Death Fungus Enthusiast ribbon on my desk right now.
Yes, we'll be using those soon, within a couple of weeks.
But continue.
But-
Tell us about death.
An outbreak of fungal meningitis linked to 2 surgery
Ew.
clinics in Mexico appears to have claimed more lives. This week, the week this happened, which was June 30th, the Centers for Disease and Prevention updated its case tally, reporting 7 confirmed or probable deaths linked to the outbreak. Officials are still trying to contact everyone at potential risk and are urging anyone who recently underwent epidural anesthesia at the clinics to seek immediate medical attention.
Fuck.
Jesus.
Well, Jesus Christ.
Because of America's, effed up healthcare system, there's quite the Mexican surgery tourism.
Yeah, we know someone.
Yeah, yeah, and it's sad, but
Yep, there you go.
I mean,
it's
I live close enough to where I could head down there and
Oh,
get
wow,
stuff.
I
do
bet
a
that
day
happens a
trip.
lot in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, no.
Like
San
over here?
San Diego and Tijuana are the same town.
Yeah, wow.
Jesus.
So people, in our neck of the woods are willing to fly there. If you could just drive for 45 minutes and go get the procedure
Hell,
done.
2 hours even.
Yeah, even look if it was a most of the day trip even, it'd be worth it.
I can get down to Tijuana right now in under an hour.
Holy shit, dude!
Yeah.
Get you that liposuction.
You, and Mike need to go to Tijuana and party.
No. See,
Get you
here's the
some
thing. I'm not
implants.
going there for lipo. I'm going there to get fatter because I'm gonna eat the tacos.
Oh, yeah, no. See, that's why I want to go.
Well, then they can get some like breast implants too, right?
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Now we're talking.
I don't want either of you with tits, all right?
Well, too
Unless
late, we
they're
already got
lizard
'em.
tits.
I was
Too
gonna
late,
say,
we already got them.
yeah,
All right, fair.
the moobs came pre-installed.
So I looked up meningitis because
Yeah.
I've heard of meningitis.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it is. Inflammation or swelling of the protective membranes covering the brain and spinal cord. So basically, it's a fungus that makes your brain sac blow up.
There's viral meningitis, but this is fungal
meningitis. Yes, it is a fungus that makes your
there's
brain
several,
sac swell.
There's several things that can cause meningitis.
And also, when you look up meningitis on Google and there's like an illustration, why did it have to be a redheaded dude with a neck beard? just that's the thing I want to throw out there. But continue, Mike.
But meningitis is one of those things like pneumonia, where it's not an actual disease; it's a symptom or there's a term for that, where it's a affliction caused by a disease, caused by I guess that is a disease.
It is a disease, but it's caused by other diseases.
Caused by an infection.
Yes.
So I guess a disease is non-specific in its causal origin.
Okay.
So,
Well, it's fucked.
yeah, in
either
fact,
way.
yeah.
Yeah, you're fucked.
So, the outbreak first caught. Did I read that? No. The outbreak first caught the attention of the CDC and local health officials from Texas in Tejas in early May.
Thank you.
2 female patients in the state had been hospitalized with meningitis, a serious inflammation of the protective membranes covering the brain and spinal cord.
I went to
That's the explanation.
I went to Mexico and all I got was this lousy brain swelling.
By mid-May, more potential cases were reported, all of whom had received epidural anesthesia during cosmetic surgery weeks earlier at either the Riverside Surgical Center or the Clinica K3 in, Matamoros, Tamaulipas, Mexico.
Okay, we need to ask our friend where he had his work done.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's fine. It's
yeah.
been over a year.
Oh, yeah, it's been like a year and a half or 2 years.
I still just picture people getting this and then going, don't they the fuck?
Yeah. Based on initial test results, it was quickly suspected that a fungal germ was the culprit of the outbreak. Later lab work suggested that it was fungi belonging to the Fusarium soloni species complex. As of the CDC's latest update on June 29th, there have been 34 suspected, probable, or confirmed cases of fungal meningitis tied to the clinics. There have also been 5 confirmed and 2 probable deaths. Over 160 other people possibly at risk for exposure are under observation, including those with no symptoms or who are still awaiting test results.
You know, I'm just going to say this, and it's going to sound terrible, but I really want some fried mushrooms now.
Well, what does it say about me that, like, I'm automatically free associating that song Spinal Meningitis by Ween? Like, this entire time, I'm just thinking...
No, that's fair.
Spinal meningitis got me down.
Fucking Ween.
So, yeah, it just goes on to say stuff about, more background things and that it is not transferable between people and things like that.
Is it, though, the cosmic death fungus?
I mean, it could be.
I mean, technically, anything that gets you sick is because of the cosmic death fungus.
Right. True. I mean, it is a fungus. I don't know if it's cosmic, and it has caused death. So it's you got 2 out of 3.
So I guess what we're saying is stop eating pigeon shit.
So yeah, so more fungus among us.
Wow, that's it's kind of sad and weird, and I'm a little gassy now.
Now, if any of these people that have contracted that, it is close to the brain, so if they start having like fungus stuff come out of their mouths and they start, acting all crazy and zombie-like, we should probably put them
California. Down. I'm sorry, that is a low-hanging fruit joke. I'm sorry. I just,
You're not wrong.
Yeah, that's fair. But, like, I don't know. I feel like we're just kind of fucked as a species no matter what now.
Yeah. Fungus.
It's becoming more and more common with this stuff, so.
Yeah,
that's true.
Sucks.
It's also just a product of more information. It's 30, 40 years ago, they would have just been, they just died for, they had some shit we didn't know about. Now, it's on the news because, people want to know about the death fungus that kills people.
Yeah, and that is, again, the biggest source of traffic for our website is the fact that we did something about the cosmic death fungus.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want a cosmic death fungus ribbon, hit us up at DragonCon.
We'll be at DragonCon, wandering around with ribbons, handing them out.
Yeah.
I don't get to do that voice enough, so.
So now what?
Well, David, before X gives it to us, I would like to do a brief reading from the Principia Discordia.
Okay.
Page 28. General License. How to start a POEE cabal without messing around with the Polyfather. If you can't find the Polyfather, or having found him, don't want anything to do with him, you are still authorized to form your own POEE cabal and do priestly things, with capitals, using the Principia Discordia as a guide. Your official rank will be POEE Chaplain for the Legion of Dynamic Discord, which is exactly the same as a POEE Priest, except that you don't have an ordination certificate. The words you are now reading are your ordination. How to become a POEE Chaplain. And I'm reading this because someone did this, and they're very proud that they got their card from Malacalypse the Younger. How to become a POEE chaplain. Number 1, write the Eresian affirmation in 5 copies. 2, sign and nose print each copy. 3, send one to the President of the United States. 4, send one to the California State Bureau of Furniture and Bedding, 1021 D Street, Sacramento, California, 94814. 5. Nail one to a telephone pole, hide one, and burn the other. Then consult your pineal gland.
So you don't have to have proof of these?
Nope. But somebody did, actually have proof. They photographed themselves doing it, sent it off to the Polyfather, and the Polyfather sent them like a bunch of official stuff. I'm like, but the entire point of doing it like this is you don't need the fucking Polyfather because you don't want to have anything to do with him.
Which president did they send it to?
I can only guess it was Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, because it'd be like, when did they do
his
it?
brain was such mush by then that he thought it was like official correspondence from someone.
Oh, hello, what's this? This looks important.
Well, you could say the same thing about George Bush.
George H.W.
H.W., yes.
Well, H.W.'s brain wasn't melting from... Oh, no, W.
W.
No, but here's the thing.
HWCL,
Like, W's brain wasn't melting due to senility and Alzheimer's. Like
It was college cocaine usage.
Yeah, no. Bush's brain was fetal alcohol syndrome.
Oh, that too.
And then post-college alcohol syndrome.
Yes.
Post-college cocaine usage.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And the thing is, you've seen that video of where they tell him that the World Trade Center's been hit, and he just gets his look in his eye, and it looks like the dude just leaned over and whispered, "Has anyone really been far even has decided to use even go want to do look more like?"
He's very confused.
And then Bush is just like, "What?" So, anyway, that was our reading this week from the Principia Discordia.
Thank you. Go enjoy a hot dog before Friday.
On Friday.
Oh, on Friday. On Friday.
It's got to be on Friday. You can't
I'm a
have
terrible
it.
Discordian.
It's okay, man. The whole point is chaos, and if you're fucking it up, you're doing it right.
Hell yeah.
So, David, I think X needs to give it to us.
Okay, well, I'm going to need you two gentlemen to open up the thread. I have it linked under the Week in Weird Talk.
Okay.
And the title of the thread is, So, I finally went and checked out the Mad Scientist house.
The Mad Scientist. Okay.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of pictures in here. I'm going to kind of give some highlights and read a couple of posts, but this is from an anonymous user. I'm going to keep track of this and see if they do any updates over the next week or so. Quote, long story short, my family owns property in a very rural area, 30 plus miles off any road access, and we happen to live near where an old crazy mad scientist guy used to live. He's long gone, dead, so on, and I finally made the hike up to his old cabin to check it out, to see if there was anything left.
That's a pretty badass looking cabin.
Right, it's a little more inviting than a Unabomber cabin.
Yes.
But it's still got the Unabomber quality.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, it's...
I like the like, turret on top. The, like, little...
The sniper shed on top.
It's the Angry Dome.
With a little chimney on it and everything.
It's the Anger Dome from Futurama.
Or it just looks like, if this was like a houseboat, that would be the bridge sticking up the top, but it's just landlocked.
Yeah.
A landlocked houseboat bridge.
So yeah, this place is overgrown. It's not been used in quite a bit. I don't know when the scientist guy died. Thankfully, there's no identifying information, so people can't go and fuck with it, which is good.
Yes.
But as you'll kind of go through, you'll notice that there's some weird paperwork. Looks like it's kind of evoking like Tesla's free energy ideas.
In the sense that it's all bullshit, yes.
Yeah, so one thing is a quote from the op here. Dude said the mountain we live near on is a dead volcano, at that energy from the atmosphere is linking to the Earth dynamo through the old dead volcano tubes. Therefore, he hears a human and certain equipment picked up the reading. So, more than likely this dude's a schizophrenic. Was a schizophrenic at the time. But it's interesting to see like all of these notes about like some sort of theory that he's working, and it's not like anything original. It looks cobbled together from a bunch of pseudoscientific ideas. You'll see, like, again, it's a fascinating dive into this material.
And can I say this guy has really great handwriting? Like some of these pages, it looks almost like printed. How like even it is.
Yeah.
I mean, so like the what was I looking at? The nature of the flow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now, the other thing is he has a lot of VHS tapes, too. And I'm curious if any of this is going to get digitized, because apparently he wanted to get the stuff out.
All right, there's a picture of a dog behind a pile of books, and the dog, the way the photo looks, this dog looks like an undead hellhound staring into the camera, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's got that kind of liminal space vibe, especially with like the empty terrarium.
Okay, this guy is unhinged, though, because he didn't close his parentheses.
Mm-hmm,
okay, I'm looking at his books.
Yeah, again, like, they're not super totally off the wall. Like, he's got Cosmos and Carl Sagan.
Yeah, the New Force, Future Shock.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything, like, he has a shitload of National Geographics.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
Which I've seen a lot of those, like, at places. And this looks like a big old stack of Time Life books off to one side.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of just general science books. Energy and its forms and changes, college physics. So, like, I don't see him diving into the crank shit, you know what I mean?
I think he had an experience, and it changed him.
We also know that a bear had been inside the house at some point and already shit all over the place. Okay, so apparently the guy's been dead for at least a decade.
Oh.
Okay, I found the videotapes, and they're all, like, blank videotapes with labels on them.
But apparently he was wanting to, like, get those out there. So what I'm hoping is that this Anon this anon like gets them digitized? Because I'm dying to know. It's like 100 VHS tapes.
Yeah, because there's a typed letter that apparently was talking to. It basically says 29 March 95 to, and it's left blank, but it's, "Dear Sir, during the last year I've personally delivered a comprehensive videotape to you and many other well-selected departments of science around the world.
Oh, these are his videos.
Now I send you their names and telephone numbers for your further interest in the subject material. The videotape gives a very clear presentation of a well-controlled flow of electrical energy through the atmosphere. The PMEL parentheses precision measurement equipment laboratory, no close parentheses, at redacted, confirmed to me that the videotape does show flowing electrical energy through the atmosphere," and it just goes on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so apparently he was like
Okay.
trying to get these tapes out to laboratories,
Yes.
people that would, anybody that would,
This is a man obsessed. Also, really
Yes.
good paintings, actually.
So these aren't his paintings, but it does
Oh.
remind me of Ingo Swann.
Shit.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, no, it also reminds me of those big-eyed Mexican children
that
paintings.
these are
Yeah, they
big-eyed
are.
Mexican children
Yeah.
paintings.
Okay, now there's a really neat drawing
Oh,
down
whoa.
here, and then it says this guy is talking about morphic field theory and seems to be combining it with a sort of electric universe. Now, the electric universe is a theory that I am not equipped to explain right now, but I have a book on it, and I will ruin our lives.
These just
Yeah,
look
you're
like
going to
spider
research
eggs.
it. So
Of course.
one thing that was mentioned in the thread is that there was a Toshiba laptop that he's going
Ooh.
to pick up on a return trip, and I'm very curious about that.
Oh, wow.
I feel like this is a story to watch.
Oh, man, did you see the ancient-ass washing
That's what I
machine?
just got to, the old
Yeah.
ringer washer.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting. This guy has something in common with Donald Trump.
Spray tan?
The bathroom is blocked off by dozens of cardboard boxes full of paperwork and old-timey film slides.
So he didn't go to the bathroom in his final
Okay,
days.
I don't know who this picture of the person is with the
In the-
gun and the laptop wearing a pedo bear.
Oh, no,
Onesie
that's a
thing.
reference to Serial Experiments Lane.
Okay. Oh, wait, we've got a video spine.
Yeah. it says-
PAL, Electromagnetic Field Theory, interview with Dr. Joe Toe.
The person mentions there is a second-story window room with weird stairs that I didn't trust enough to climb, so that weird little angry dome we saw on top
Yes.
looks like it was not... Like, it didn't look safe to climb up there, but that's something that could be interesting as well.
Oh, I can't wait for the sequel to this thread that involves, like, physical collapse of a building. Oh,
They're
more
going to find a
videotapes.
corpse in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so someone in the
something-
thread directly draws parallel to Nikola Tesla.
Of course they did.
Yeah, again, though, this is, like, super fascinating.
No,
And-
I agree.
So what I understand is they're redacting this person's name, but he's dead. So
Well, here's the thing. Like, you can look up his name and then find the property, I wonder. I think
Okay,
that
that
might be the
makes sense.
safest thing.
but the electromagnetic theory of
Something
blank
Hill.
by blank original in emphasis.
Now here's how long it takes to get out there. This is from the op. The place in question is a ways off the road system. I was out there for 2 days and have to arrange a 2-hour boat ride or $800 flight to get back out there. I know what
Holy
Anons
shit.
have said, but I have confidence that no one else will be rummaging there before me. Hopefully you're glad you're enjoying the information so far. This will definitely be a multi-part series. I feel like this is in Alaska.
That's
Possibly,
good
yeah.
guess, or it could be in the Great Lakes.
Yeah, I mean, well, there is some evergreen, but there's a lot of, like, leafy trees in that background. I mean, there's a lot of, giant wilderness areas, so who knows? But yeah, I mean, Alaska does seem as probable as anywhere else in America. And they don't even say America. Do they say America? Could be, Canada.
It didn't
Yeah.
say.
So the
I mean, there's only like 3 people in Canada, so like it
Right.
should be safe.
So the original poster, I believe he said his family owned the land.
Yes.
Right.
But the property itself, this house, I guess the poster is kind of like squatting on that house particularly right now because again, it's interesting.
Yeah, obviously. Well, I mean, if I found that on land I own, you're goddamn right I'd be squatting.
Here's a fun one. Listen to this, Anon Op. Years ago, I broke into this abandoned house of a crazy dude from my village who disappeared with his family, and I didn't take any stuff, just did some recon to return for a later date. When I returned just a few days later, the place was completely wiped and nothing was left behind. On top of all, stay safe, Anon. Bears are spooky.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, it being a log cabin definitely seems to speak more towards something northernish.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of log cabins in the south, or
I gotta say, this is a rather refreshing change of pace for X. It's nice when X has like a mystery on their hands.
Absolutely.
And we actually get. I mean, you still have shit posts in here, but you have people like making serious suggestions and stuff. So let's see some things to consider. Someone mentioned papers, VHS tape, CDs, DVDs, film projector slides, laptops, journals, notes, everything like that. Someone also suggested like check near his bed specifically because for people like this, I guess they keep their stuff near their bed in case they got to go run off in the night or something. So
makes sense.
Yeah, no, I mean this is just interesting. Again, there's not a whole lot to it.
Yeah,
it's some early discovery, but
it's something to watch for sure.
Yeah, I like it though.
Yeah, no, that's really awesome. I look forward to hearing more when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that's about it. We don't have any questions or anything.
Ooh, so in the typed letter, well, you can see something behind it. It says Dr. Quentin Ruhr, neurobiologist, University of Alaska.
Okay, there you go. It's Alaska.
Well, no, I mean it's a page behind it, but you can kind of see through the bleed through.
Yeah,
and it's not reversed, so it's obviously just a page behind it. But so it's just say University of Alaska, but I don't know who the Dr. Quentin Ruhr is.
I'm seeing a fish hook down there too in fishing line. So
yeah.
Oh, it's Alaska.
Yeah, this is definitely an Alaska.
Possibly. Wait, there's a thing at the bottom. There's a phone number.
Uh-oh. Don't say the phone number out loud. Look it up.
Yeah, but it looks, I mean, at the bottom of the letter, you expect that to be kind of a return address.
It seems like there's a bunch of names listed on the thing behind this sheet. Yeah, it looks like it's a contact
Daily
list.
News. Yeah, it might be a contact sheet.
It might be his list of people he was sending this to.
Yeah, because they're all delineated by, you're right.
Yeah.
Doctor, yeah. Okay.
Oh, this is fun, man.
I know. We're live investigating.
Man, I want that stack of like National Geographics and Time Life books, man.
Yep. I want to get in there and get all them books. And they're going to smell like bear shit. So, guys.
Yes.
That's it for this week.
Woohoo.
Anybody got any plugs? David, what would you like to plug?
If you haven't listened to the latest, I believe it's still the latest Flagged for Content, I was on there with Darth Plato, aka Andy. A lot of fun. Talked about my flags and my comic, everything like that. Otherwise, I do want to mention that I forgot to do an affirmation during last week's, during the last distraction hole. So I've officially failed the podcast. So
no, you haven't. It's fine. See, next week I'll do a positive affirmation and you do a positive affirmation, and we'll have it all caught up.
We're failures. We're just failures.
Yeah, we're obviously terrible at researching.
Yes.
So
we're terrible at affirmations too.
Son of a bitch.
All right, so Mike, have you got anything you want to plug? Anything you've been watching you want to throw up there?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, the only thing I'm going to plug is this show. You can find everything you need to about the show on supernatpod.rocks. That's a link to our Patreon, a link to our Discord, a link to our social medias,
and a link to the past.
No. You will find the kazoo of soup. But nonetheless, you can find everything at supernetbuy.rocks, and you can find us on all your favorite podcatching devices.
And services.
That as well, yes. I mean, like, literally just about everything. We're on everything, so, woo! So, until next time, stay safe and stay frosty. Goodbye.
I'm going to start looking for abandoned houses and break into them. I think that sounds fun.
You know, I did that as a kid, and the only thing I found was dirty underwear.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think those monkeys were in a fraternity?
Ooh, do you think the fraternity got shut down for illegal monkey hazing?
Maybe I saw that in a Futurama.
Oh, wait. Yeah, no, I remember that one. That was... What was the monkey's name? Gunther?
Gunther.
Yes,
Gunther, yes, and his hat.
Banana.
Smart
God
guy.
God damn.